Good morning, my stamping friends. It's Marilyn here at Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who loves to create and share with all of you who like to watch. So welcome, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you've never been here before, welcome to the first time you're watching me. I hope you'll come and watch a lot more. I try to do these every Thursday morning at 10:30. And I also have them, they're on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, so you can watch them anywhere there. So I love to hear your comments, read your comments. I won't hear them, but and and share with you, and have you share with us as well. So hello, Judy. I see you're there watching on YouTube. I will just remind you again that I am broadcasting to YouTube and streaming to, I guess it's called, YouTube and Facebook. I can see comments from both. You will only be able to see the comments from where you're watching from, but please comment. And as you're coming on, as Judy did, she says, I can show you what she says. Good morning from Didsbury, trying to snow. And Betty from Calgary, new big screen, and I figured out how to get you on it. Yay. Oh, it might be kind of scary, Betty, as to what I look like on a big screen. Someday I'll try that um, myself. So, and we have Nancy from Prince George. Good to see all of you. Thank you for coming. I'm just going to go through some usual things, and while I'm doing that, I would like you to keep going. Here's Maggie from Pincher Creek, and it's cloudy there. So, um, as I'm going through my usual, just a minute here till I figure out what I'm doing here. Let's do this. And I will tell you about the things that I'm doing, but I would like you to put in the comments as we're coming to the end of December and the end of the calendar year. Is there certain traditions, must do things that you have? I know especially when I was working, we usually had the week off between Christmas and New Year's. And for me, that was the time to clean out my files and get ready with new files in my filing cabinet. I've gone away from that and keep a lot more things on my computer. So now I have it scheduled um, in my to-do list that I should be cleaning out my computer and getting those things sorted out. So what do you guys do? Do you do you have certain things you do at that time of year, or do you do them a different time of year? Just share with everyone, because organization, we all do things differently, and I find that as we share these things, a lot of things click for the rest of us, and we think, oh, I should try that. Let's try that for next time for me. So please comment about that. I will come back and read all of them. I'm sorry that last week I did not get to replying to all of your comments until yesterday. It's been kind of hectic around our house here, but I've been told painting will be done by this weekend, and then we can start getting things back to normal, as we call it. So bear with me. So we have our Zoom with Friends class Friday at 1. This is a fun class. It's not meant to be pressure on anybody, and not pressure on anybody who wants to show us a design or anything. They don't have to make sure that it's never been shown before. It doesn't have to be new. It doesn't have to be Stampin' Up! Products. It's a class that I started during COVID to keep everybody connected. And we have had so much fun with it and met so many great people from all over the world that we just want to keep continuing with it. And I thank everyone who's volunteered to teach. And don't feel bad if you can't or you don't want to. That's fine too. There's usually somebody who will step up and do that, and we love doing whatever we do. All of my classes are on Zoom, but this one I just happen to call Zoom with Friends. Then I have a 12-month of Christmas card class the second Thursday of each month, so that would be today. I have that ready, and the people who've registered have already received their kits, and hopefully they can join me. And if not, I do record these and send them out to those who have paid the registration fee. I have a monthly card class, which is the same idea, only it's on the third Thursday. A little bit different quantities and price for that one, but we still have lots of fun with it. And just in case you're ever looking for all kinds of other things as to how to join my team, how to follow me on Pinterest or YouTube or all those kind of things, this link will take you to a list of all of those. And I like to share that each week with you. So now I'm going to switch my camera over to my desktop and show you a couple more things and just quickly read Annette from North Carolina. Welcome, Annetta. Sorry, didn't read that very close. Welcome. And we have Betty with snow in the forecast. And Rhonda, haven't seen you for a while. And just again, a reminder that those of you on YouTube will only see YouTube comments, and that's why I try to pop them onto the screen there so everyone can see them. And also, everyone who comments, whether you just say hello, if you don't want to comment on anything else, let us know where you're from. Let us know if you have certain things that you do at the end of the calendar year. That was my question for today. And there is a draw happening in the background. There's a piece of this program that will track that for me, and I go there at the end of my live and do a draw for 5 cards. So if you want your name in that, just say hi. You don't have to do anything else. And if I have not sent you a card before, I do need you to message me your address. Don't put it on any social media or anything, but get it messaged to me so I can get it to you. So, a few things. As you're looking at what I'm going to show you what to make. Just want to remind you that I do have gift cards available. If there's anyone that you're looking to gift Stampin' Up! To, you can give them a gift card from me and then they can turn it in to me for their purchases. A reminder also of, hello, Karen, you're not really late. You're, you're just on time. I'm just going into sharing some things which you already know. First reminder is that today, December 14th, is free shipping with Stampin' Up! And I have I noticed Betty says she needs to put in an order. I'm sure there will be lots of demonstrators that do. Just a word, I had a customer call me here about half an hour ago and say that she had an order for over $200 and it was not showing her the rewards, the Stampin' Rewards. And I couldn't make it do it on my end either. So I don't know if there's a glitch in the Stampin' Up! Site there. I haven't heard back from her as to what she discovered. I just asked her to please call them and see what they say. So hopefully there's not a problem with that. But free shipping is a great thing on all orders over $100 for Canada is what it is. So I just want to go over quickly, maybe not so quickly, the catalogs that are in effect for this free shipping. You can order out of any of the items that Stampin' Up! Has. So we have an annual catalog. We have the mini, which is currently good until December. No, actually, it's good until January 3rd. And this one has some retiring things happening in it, which hi, Linda. You've probably already heard about the last chance list, it's called. So there's some things in that one, of course, that are retiring and not coming back. There's some that are coming back right away. There's some that are coming back maybe on online exclusives. So you can shop from this one. You can shop from this one. You can shop online exclusive. You can shop the clearance rack. You can shop in the kits. We have all kinds of kits and paper pumpkin. And yes, Karen, I'm just going to spotlight that for a minute. Karen's comment is that Stampin' Up! Has been very generous with free shipping in the last while. Love it. They do have limits, of course, like I say, that you've got to have over $100 or whatever. But for most of us, that's paper that we've used on all of these holiday crafts that we've been making, and now all of a sudden we need to replenish it. So free shipping is great. So I want to, before I put the catalogs out of the way, mention the grid paper. Now you've seen this on my desktop lots, and I do use it for measuring, for centering, for all kinds of things. But did you know you can buy it yourself, whether you're a customer or a demonstrator? And I happen to have quite a supply, so I don't often have to buy it, but I want to point out that on page 151, you will find it right here. And it is grid paper, $18 for 100 sheets. It protects your work surface. It's 11 by 17. And I not so much protecting my work surface, well, which is nice, but it's the ability to be able to use it for measuring and lining up is what I really like for it. And one other thing coming to catalogs before I come to the project is our new mini and the celebration. These will come into effect on January 4th. Celebration goes to February 29th. Got an extra day there. And lucky it's a leap year, isn't it? I do have mine. I just got them yesterday, so I'm in the process of getting my labels put on them and getting them ready to give out to my customers. So if you do not have a demonstrator and if you live in Canada and would like one, be sure and reach out to me. Okay? I can't show you the inside of those just yet, but when you get the copy, of course, you'll be able to see the inside. And there's some great things in all 83 pages of that catalog. They're getting bigger and bigger, and lots of things. Hello, Peggy. Welcome. Um, I was doing a team meeting the other night, and we were discussing these because, of course, we've all received, these were our um, demo copies that came in the mail. Lots of things for free in here for $60 or $120 orders that coordinate with what's in here. So that's a great way to double your usage for those things. So I want to thank everyone who mentioned last week when I showed these are my calendars that I have made. And I said, do you want to learn how to make one? And they were, yes, yes, yes. So I thought, great, that's what I'll do for today. So you can see it stands up. I've got a couple different background colors here. I'm going to show you something a little bit different today. And on mine, I did put about a third of a Post-it note package. And hi, Stacy. And I don't have any more of these calendars, but they're um, they're a great size. They're the whole year. And I did find the envelope they came in. So I want to share that with you, just so you know. See if I can get it where you can read it. Stamping just for fun. He's out of Nova Scotia. He is a fellow demonstrator, and he has these. I ordered these in August, so he has them ready early. Not that I have my calendars made early, but I have calendars here, and they came fairly quickly. They're fairly inexpensive and a good size for older eyes like we have. Oh, Maggie, there's answer. Maggie, I just answered your question. That is where I got them. Um, there are a number of places. I'll just show you that again. He has a page, but he also has a website, Stamping with a G, just for fun. So hopefully that helps you out, Maggie. If I meant to actually pull up his website, but I haven't done that, so I'll have to share it with you. Otherwise, if you can't find it, so okay. So if there's no more questions that I see on there, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I did for today's project. I do have a few show and tell for at the end. I will do the draw for the 5 cards, and I will show you the winner from last week's card. Okay, so I'm starting with 11 by 4 1/4, our regular half sheet, and I've got it scored at 5.5 and 2 3/4. So in half and in half. So I'm just going to use my bone folder. Hello, Pam. And then this one, normally we would fold it back to make a Z fold, but in this case, I want it to go this way, and I'm just going to line it up. So it is in half and in half, but it's going to stand like this. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Then I have a piece of black that I'm going to mount on here. And for mine today, I've just put some designer paper. This is designer paper that I like so many of us. I'm scared to use because it's so pretty, you know. And so I'm going to just put that on my regular 5 1/4 by 4. And I think the black, pardon me, really makes it stand out, like always. If you ever having trouble deciding what color to put with what, sorry, black or white background is perfect. So when you lay the card down, this is going to, oh, sorry. Pam has so much paper she hates to use. Yeah, you kind of put it in a pile and say don't use, and then you wonder why. Um, I know a friend of mine, Sharon, has been using a lot of her designer paper to make Christmas cards and gift card holders and whatever because she wants to use them. So it will fit in an envelope as long as it's not too thick. I'm thinking this one in an envelope is probably going to take extra postage, but I'm hoping that a lot of what I'm giving away will be with the catalogs, so it'll all be part and parcel. So once I've got this ready, I can just put adhesive on this part. Let's make sure I got the right piece here. And put it down like I normally would. And I did not use tear and tape there. I did when I put the calendar on, and I did when I put the post-it note on. So there, just looks like a card, right? I like to turn mine over to burnish it. And then you can do whatever. On this one, I did put some designer paper, and because the designer paper and cardstock was here, I used dimensionals on this side and liquid glue here, and the same on here. Well, I used tear and tape on this because I know we're going to be handling that more. And on this one, I decided because I wanted the paper to be the focal point, I'm just going to put every day is a fresh start. And I do not have any more calendars to put, but I'm going to leave room. So maybe I can use that one for next year. And then I need to do my stopper, which is going to be different than this. So I will use dimensionals on the back of here. Where, oh, Betty, I meant to show you that. And I have it right here. Betty's asking where the sentiment is from. It's right here in the trucking along set. And it fits perfectly with the nested essentials. I used these two dies. And I thought they were just made for this type of card. And yeah, Pam says she likes the sticky notes attached. I do too, but I'm again afraid of running out. I'm afraid that if I use them all, I won't have anything else to put there. So I'm going to show you what else you could put there. It's not quite straight. And not straight does not go well with me. So bear with me while I try that again. There. So that I'm just going to put up here. I'm going to leave room for my calendar. So I'm just going to attach that with my liquid glue. And really doesn't take long to make these once you figure out what you want to use. That was my biggest dilemma. And I'll show you the one that it's actually one that Lillian had done in a shoebox swap with us a few years ago because the calendar says 2020. And I'd saved it and thought, okay, one day I will do this. So for my stopper, I have a piece of black that is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then another piece of this paper, which is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. Oops, yes, because it's going the whole length. I'll say just a minute. Betty's thinking ahead. I know, Betty, you've had your Christmas cards done for quite a while. Um, So thinking ahead is a good idea, right? If you make them. And like I said, if you're going to purchase them from the same fella, he had them ready in August. So you certainly could have them and be ready to put them all together come September. So I've just left a little border on either side. Now, because I do want that to stand up, it's going to go here. Now, I could put this on dimensionals as well as this, and I think I will, just to make sure that it doesn't slip slide all over the place. And then I'll show you, like I say, another, and Pam's going to make these as her Christmas cards. The only thing, like I would say, Pam, is to, just a suggestion, to make sure you know what postage is going to cost you. Okay, so I think that's in a good place. And again, you could put words on here, but because I've got the words on the top, I'm not going to. I'm just going to add this. And when you buy calendars in June or July. I don't remember when he has the calendars ready, Betty, but definitely before December. So just, you can even message him and check. And Pam says most of hers are handed out. So yes, so then postage would not be an issue. It's just, we know that postage is expensive and something to consider. Doesn't mean don't use it, but it is something to consider. So for just a bit of, no, let's see if I can get that centered. So it could stand there or it could stand there because I've put them both up with dimensionals. Oh, and okay, thanks, Karen. Karen has commented that he has calendars ready quite early in the year, so he knows that we are going to be buying, so he gets ready for us. So, and your calendars look different, Pam. um, how do you mean they look different? This I should back that up. I don't know if I've made different ones or not. I like this layout, and like I say, Lillian had shared it with us. So that's the one we did today. This is the one or the design that I've done for my handouts this year. Just put them in there so you can see them. And then this one is the one that Lillian had done with the shoebox swap. So she put a layer of cardstock, a layer of white cardstock and designer paper, which is where I got the idea for this one, and another um, double layer of greeting here. The calendar, she put a little strip of design die cut there, and then for her stopper, she used more layers and embellishments. So you can do lots of different things. Oh, yours say Taylor's Expressions. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Pam, I think that one is out of the US somewhere, is it not? So lots of different ideas. Just do whatever you want. And if you start early enough, like Betty and Pam are talking about, you certainly have lots of choices and you probably have lots of designer paper to work with, right? So I those are the calendar cards. Lily's calendar. Lillian. Stacy is who it is, not Lily. Sorry if I said that. Okay. What I did when I was starting mine, I didn't know what color I wanted, so I started out by doing something like this. And I had my words stamped, and I just thought this every day is a fresh start is kind of a neat saying for calendars or for your fresh fruit truck, which is what it comes from there. But you can see how you can can just, thanks, Nancy. Oh, Pam is saying, thanks, Nancy. Glad you like the calendars. And Pam is saying it's a lady in Canada. I got her name from some. I have seen tailored expressions somewhere, but I'm not sure where. It's just, like I say, these are very reasonably priced, and I've been buying from him for a few years now. So thanks, Linda. She likes the sentiment I've used. That's great. Okay, so I'll leave those there. I'll show you my show and tell. And Karen too. She likes the fresh start for the start of a calendar. Um, Interesting. I did thinking of calendars. I order photo calendars for the family and our kids, and I worked on them last week. And it was interesting because the company I ordered them from, you can start the year at any month you want. It doesn't have to be January. And I thought, oh, that would be kind of different, but okay. So, um, okay, show and tell. This is a team swap card from Terry, and she has done very fine edging of color around there, presumably maybe with a marker to match the paper, some glimmer paper there, and a little bow. Love it, Terry. Thank you. And colored the trees. This is a card from Kathleen, who I haven't seen on here for a while or heard from. So hopefully everything's okay, Kathleen, if you're watching the replay. Kathleen is in Quebec, and it's a design that we did do one in our Zoom with friends. Just a really different fold, and love this paper, of course, all of the fall colors. And she's written me a note in there, but it opens like this, and then you get to see more of the paper. Isn't that, and she's got her name on the back. So kind of a neat design. I think, Karen, maybe it was you that even taught that one to us. Loved it. And thinking of our Zoom with friends, this is what we did last week, was make the faux, what's it called? Faux panel. Anyway, you put the paper down, put your um, sentiment square, and then you put strips around. And you can do 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch. You can do 2 different strips, coordinating colors. And the other one that Carolyn taught us, this one, which was fracture. Thank you, Pam. Full fracture card. um, was that if you wanted, you could cut different designer paper and put in these 2 spots, just lay it in here, um, which gave a totally different look again. And this is another one where you can see both sides of the paper. So just a really neat idea there. Okay, next I have last week's card, which was the vellum that I showed. And I put all the names in yesterday. That's when I realized I hadn't answered any of you. Sorry about that. Um, but put them in the wheel of names, and the name I drew is Gail B. So Gail, I know that you're in Yuma. I need to know which address to send it to, and I need to know which card you want, the gold or the vellum one. Please let me know. Now I will go over to, whoops, where my sharing is, and see that there's 11 of you who've commented in here, and we are going to draw 4 or 5 cards. Just a reminder, Karen, good job. If your name is drawn, it will not be drawn a second time. The program is set to only draw once, which is is nice for everybody, right? Stacy. And I love being able to do this. These cards that I send out are some are ones I've made, some are not. They are ones I've got in a swap. Nancy, I'm not sure if I have your address, so um, if you can message it to me, that would be great, please. Some are made in swaps, and I just have so many that I can never use all of them. Judy. Mm. So I'd love to share them with you. Also, just a reminder, I love to have you sharing what ideas you would like me to show you, like this calendar. Last week it was a number of you had said they wanted to learn how to make it, so that is where that idea came from. And I'm always looking for ideas of what to do. So I will get those cards ready to send out as soon as I can. And I'll put everybody's name on here who's commented, as well as throughout the week up until next Thursday when I do the draw, to see who wins the calendar that I made today. So thanks so much for joining me, and please do keep in touch. Take care now.